how are you guys today? My name is Bruno, and today we're going to see 10 false cognates in Portuguese. So, in case you want to say realize, assist, excited, all these words in Portuguese, you're going to learn the best way to use it and the words that you should avoid to not put you in a awkward situation. But before this, just leave here in the chat. Where are you right now? Where are you located? Have you been studying Portuguese for a while, or are you a new kind of student just started studying Portuguese? How are you? Just make sure that you guys can hear me well. Yeah, it does seem that you guys can hear me well. So we're going to see today these 10 false cognates. We are live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So I'm going to answer also any question that you may have during this class. Sounds good? I will be sharing my screen with you, be able to see everything I'm going to show you on this screen. So we'll see everything in a second on this screen, but yeah. Oh, whoops. That's just a spoiler alert. I'm going to give you that word in a second, but you guys will be able to see everything. Marvelous Meg, she's from Texas, being studied for 9 months. Pretty good. Rick, Toronto for 1 year. Okay, that's great. That's great. Let's see if you guys already know these words that I'm going to tell you today, and maybe you also have questions about pronunciation, conjugations. I don't know. If you have any questions regarding Portuguese, about Portuguese, just let me know. We have also on YouTube, Jan, New York, nível intermediário, intermediate. Pretty good, pretty good. That's great, guys. So I think we're ready. Let's start. Let's take a look at the first word. Realize. Realize, you may think, okay, that's realizar in Portuguese, right? That's how I can say realize. I'm going to say realizar. But actually, to realize, that means perceber in Portuguese. So realize is not realizar. Realize is not realizar in Portuguese. Realize, we're going to use perceber. That's the verb for realize in Portuguese. Realizar means, in Portuguese, to accomplish, to achieve something. So let's understand this because I know it's confusing. To realize is not realizar. I know we need to accept that. Realize is not realizar. To realize is perceber. So let's see that in a sentence. For example, eu comecei a perceber que o tempo passa mais rápido do que imaginava. Can you understand that sentence? Eu comecei a perceber que o tempo passa mais rápido do que imaginava. That means I started to realize, so to realize, perceber, that time passes faster than I imagined. So, to realize, we're going to use perceber in Portuguese. Is that clear? I hope it is. And now let's see an example using realizar, to accomplish. Ela conseguiu realizar todos os seus sonhos de infância. Again, ela conseguiu realizar todos os seus sonhos de infância. So that's to accomplish. And that means she was able to accomplish all her childhood dreams. This is the first false friend. And I have seen a lot of students making this mistake. So please don't use realizar as realize. Realizar means accomplish. Perceber is to realize. That's the first word. Pretty good, pretty good. That's the first word that I have for you. Okay, let me see if you guys have any question. What else we have? We have Mary that lives in the United States, studying for 3 years. That's great. Entendi. Pretty good, pretty good. What else we have? If you guys are watching this on Instagram, the screen is not that big. I know, guys, I'm trying to accommodate everyone. I'm also live on YouTube, so I have to fit the same screen on Instagram in a vertical mode. So I hope you guys can see it. If not, if you go to YouTube right now, the link is in my bio. You'll be able to watch there in a bigger screen, horizontal, but it's up to you. You can watch here on Instagram as well. That also works. Okay, that's the first word. Let's see what else we have. The next false friend we have is pretend. How do we say pretend in Portuguese? Maybe you're wondering, okay, pretend I'm going to say it. Pretender, right? It's very similar, but it's not. It's not the same meaning. Pretend in Portuguese will be fingir. So fingir is to pretend. Fingir, again, fingir, that's pretend. But what is the meaning of pretender? I know now that pretend is fingir, but what is the meaning of pretender? What does that mean? Pretender is to intend. When you intend to do something, you're going to use pretender in Portuguese. So as you can see, it's not related at all, but it's very similar. That's why you call false friend. Let's take a look at a few sentences. The first sentence, ele tentou fingir que estava tudo bem, mas não conseguiu esconder sua tristeza. What does that mean? He tried to pretend, ele tentou fingir, that everything was fine, but he couldn't hide his sadness. Oh, God, that's a sad sentence, but it helps you to understand that to pretend is fingir in Portuguese. Good. Let's take a look at the sentence using pretender. Eu pretendo, eu pretendo viajar para o Brasil no próximo ano. Eu pretendo viajar para o Brasil no próximo ano. That means I intend to travel to Brazil next year. Sounds good? It's clear the difference between pretender and pretend is not the same thing. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, okay. Do you guys have any questions so far? It seems that everything is good. Lucas on YouTube. I'm a gay Lithuanian man. I love to hear men speak Portuguese. I want to learn the language. That's great. You can watch a lot of soap operas, YouTube videos, influencers online. Also, here you can learn a little bit here and there in Portuguese as well. I'll be happy to help. Okay, guys. So far we have seen two words. Let's see what else we have. What else we have in this list? Now, assist. I know that when you see assist and assistir, assistir, you wonder, okay, that looks very similar. It should be the same. It's not. It's not the same. To assist is not assistir. To assist, that would be ajudar. Kind of. Depending on the context, would be ajudar. Ajudar to assist. And assistir, assistir will be watch. It's crazy, right? That's why I love these false friends, because the words basically almost the same, but the meaning is not related at all. So to assist, ajudar, assistir, to watch. Let's take a look at a few sentences. The first sentence. A enfermeira ajudou o médico durante a cirurgia. That means the nurse will assist the doctor during surgery. So, ajudar in this situation is to assist. And again, not again, but assistir, to watch, would be vou assistir ao jogo de futebol hoje à noite. Which means I'm going to watch the soccer game tonight. So, assist and assistir are not the same word. It's not the same meaning in Portuguese. Assist, ajudar, assistir, to watch. What do you think? Good? Easy to remember? So far, so good? I don't see any questions. Let me see. Let me take a look at you guys on Instagram. How are you guys on Instagram? Any questions so far? I'm taking a look at all the comments on Instagram now. So if you have a question now on Instagram, just leave as a comment. Okay, I don't see any questions. So on YouTube, yeah, it's still good. Let's continue. Let's continue. What else we have? We are getting to the middle of this list, but we're not there yet. So the next word that we have, oh, sorry. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can scan this QR code to book a free trial lesson. If you're watching this on Instagram, the link is in my bio. You can do that using the link in my profile. Sounds good? Let's move on. Pasta. Pasta. This one is very funny. Pasta. 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 Right? It's the same word. It's written the same way, same spelling. Why is not the same meaning? It's not. It's not the same meaning. So pasta in English, in Portuguese that would be. Oh no, you guys cannot see. It's heating a little bit. Let me put. Just give me 1 second. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, now you can see it. So pasta is massa. You guys on Instagram, let me also give me. Oh no, give me 1 second. Let me adjust this a little bit. You guys will be able to see it. Okay, massa. That's how we say pasta in Portuguese. So pasta is massa, macarrão. And pasta in Portuguese means folder. So a folder in your computer, when you have a lot of folders, that we call pasta. So pasta in English and Portuguese, again, is not the same thing. Let's take a look at a few sentences. Fiz uma massa deliciosa para o jantar. Fiz uma massa deliciosa para o jantar. This would be pasta for dinner. I made delicious pasta for dinner. But now, if you take a look at pasta in Portuguese, coloquei os documentos na pasta. Coloquei os documentos na pasta. I put the documents in the folder. So, pasta in Portuguese, pasta, the word in Portuguese, is folder in English. And the translation of pasta, the dish that you eat, that's macarrão. The Italian dish is macarrão. Massa. I know that's very confusing. I know, I know, I know. Don't worry, it's not just for you, it's for everyone. This is a little bit tricky. It's confusing. I know that. Let's take a look at one more word and then I'll see your comments. What else we have? Then here we have record. When you want to record a video, guys, take a look. Very similar, right? Recordar. Recordar. Record. Recordar. Similar. But again, it's not the same meaning. Recordar is a different thing. To record, how we say record, that would be gravar. Again, gravar. Gravar. To record means gravar in Portuguese. And recordar actually means remember. So, record is gravar. Recordar is to remember something in Portuguese. Let's take a look at a few sentences. For example, eles decidiram gravar o podcast toda semana. Again, eles decidiram gravar o podcast toda semana, which means they decided to record their podcast every week. So, gravar means record. Recordar in a sentence. Gosto de recordar os momentos felizes da infância. So, I like to remember the happy moments of my childhood. Sounds good? So, recordar is to remember. Let's just stop for a second. Let's see if everyone's still here watching. Are you okay? I know, that's okay. Mary is asking, how can I say I will attend the football game? I will attend. You could use I will watch em português. Eu vou assistir o jogo de futebol. Or I will go. Eu vou ir para o jogo de futebol. Because if you say I will attend, you're basically saying that you will be there, right? So, eu vou ir para o jogo de futebol, eu vou assistir, eu vou estar presente. But when you say eu vou assistir, when you say eu vou assistir, you're saying that you're going to watch, not that you're going to be there. Upload the videos to YouTube. The videos are on YouTube. Cabre Pedro Daniel. The videos are there. We want to see the video. It's on YouTube, guys. You guys will be able to watch the replay of this session on YouTube for 7 days. It will be available on YouTube. If you go to YouTube right now, I'm live right there, so you guys will be able to watch. How are you guys on YouTube? Everything clear so far? I can see that we have a few people watching. Any questions so far? Are we good? If so far everything made sense, just leave 10 in the chat. And I know that you are with me. The first thing that I have, the thing that I have on YouTube is Jesus Christ. I know that you guys are a little bit upset with these false friends, but guys, that's great. Aha. What is the name? If you go to YouTube, Pedro is Portuguese classes, but if you click on the link in my bio on Instagram, you can go directly to my YouTube channel. So Jan Connor 10 is clear. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I was drinking coffee a few minutes ago before a class, and yeah, very excited to show you guys a few other words that I have. And guys, one of the words is excited. Be careful with this word in Portuguese. It could put you in a very awkward situation if you use the wrong word. So that's the last word that you're going to see today. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you. Let's go back there. So what else we have? What else we have here? Let's take a look now at push. And I know, guys, now you're going to be upset. Now you're going to be upset. Now you're going to be mad at me. Because push is very similar to puxar, right? Push. It's very similar to puxar. But push is not puxar. Push means empurrar. Okay, so push means empurrar. Puxar means pull. I know. I know, guys. Now probably you're cursing me, what you're doing, what you're telling me. Yeah. So push, empurrar, puxar, pull. So push and pull would be these words. I know it's confusing, and it's the same issue for us in English. Every time that I see push and pull in a door, I don't know if I need to open or close the door. It's very confusing, specifically in a real situation. So push, empurrar, puxar, pull. Very confusing. I know. Sorry about that. But let's see that in a few sentences to see if that get more clear. So, por favor, empurre a porta para fechá-la. Empurre a porta. Empurre a porta. If you move your hands while you're doing it, helps. So do it with me. Empurre a porta para fechá-la. Basically say, please push the door to close it. Okay? Push, empurrar. Let's take a look at the other word. Puxar. Você precisa puxar a porta para abri-la. Você precisa puxar a porta para abri-la. Which means, you need to pull the door to open it. I know, guys, this is confusing. Yeah, I know. Let me answer a few comments here. Are you in Brazil right now? I'm in Brasilia right now. So yes, I'm in Brazil. You don't sound like you're from Rio. Is your accent considered a São Paulo accent? I live in Brasilia, so Brasilia is a mix of a lot of things, and most of the time it's more a neutral accent. So you not hear me using a carioca accent from Rio or slangs from São Paulo, but my accent can be understood by easily by everyone on in Brazil. It would be similar if you think about maybe, let's think, if you're American, maybe it's a Washington accent. It's not like Texas. It's not like the North. Maybe I'm making geography mistakes here, but in my mind, that would be similar if you consider that. But people shouldn't be able to have issues to understand. If you can understand me, it's great. It helps you if you're a beginner because my accent is very clear. In Brazil, especially, not just me. I'm not that special. But if you live in Brazil, if you are in Brazil, you're going to meet a lot of people with a neutral accent. How are you guys on Instagram? Okay. Obrigado, obrigado. Okay. When is lembrar used instead of this word? Okay, that's a great question. Marvelous. Probably you're asking about. Let me put it on the screen again. You're probably asking about, let's go back. It was about this one. Recordar is remember. Lembrar is also remember. So you can use, is the same meaning. You can also use lembrar. It's not a problem. So you can use lembrar for that. Use animado. That's it. You're going to see that. Animado is excited. New Yorker versus Texas. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. Because after push and pull, what you're going to see? This we have seen. So, that's not what you're doing now. Let's move forward. We still have a few more words to see. Now, parents. Take a look. Guys, take a look. Parents. That's not parentes. Parentes and parents is not the same thing in Portuguese. And I know it's very, very, very similar. Parents is actually pais. So my parents, meus pais. And parentes means relatives. You know the difference? Not the same. Let's take a look at the sentence. Meus pais vêm me visitar na próxima semana. Meus pais vêm me visitar na próxima semana, which means my parents are coming to visit me next week. So, parents, pais, not parentes. Let's use parentes now. Ele é meu parente, mas não nos vemos com frequência. Ele é meu parente, mas não nos vemos com frequência. Which means, he's my relative, but we don't see each other often. So, relatives, parentes, not parents. I know, confusing, always. But this is also a very common mistake. What else we have? Okay, I love this one. I just love this one. Actually, how we say actually in Portuguese? If you're maybe wondering, oh, okay, I'll say that as atualmente. It's not the same. So actually means na verdade. Na verdade. That's actually in Portuguese. So when you want to say actually, that is na verdade. Because atualmente means currently. Okay. So actually, na verdade, atualmente, currently. Okay, let's see this in a sentence. Eu pensei que ela estivesse atrasada, mas ela, na verdade, chegou na hora. Na verdade, actually. So, I thought she was late, but she was actually on time. So, actually, na verdade. I'm going to repeat this a lot until you memorize. Then, atualmente, eu estou trabalhando em um novo projeto. Atualmente, eu estou trabalhando em um novo projeto. That is, currently, I'm working on a new project. So this one you need to remember. Otherwise, you say something that doesn't make sense in Portuguese. I think we only have one more, if I'm not crazy. Let me see. Yes, we only have one more. So before I show you the last word, let's see if you guys have any questions so far related to this or any other thing. On Instagram, você fala inglês melhor do que eu. Merda. Oh no. Agree, your English is great. Thank you. I know the difference. Pretty good, pretty good. So guys, let me see how you guys are in YouTube. Pretty good. Let's take a look at this last sentence. And guys, please, if you need to learn and remember something from this lesson, is this word. Because instead of saying that you're excited to do something, you could say something different, like you're horny or that sexual meaning. So guys, please be careful. Yes, I know that's crazy. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. So this is the last word that I'm going to show you today. If you want to say excited, you should never use this word. Never use this word. That's not excited in Portuguese. That's a different thing. So please be careful. especially if you're talking to a native, that could create a very awkward situation. So excited. Okay, I know I should not use excitado, but how do I say excited? You're going to use, you cannot see it. That would be animado. Now you can see it. Let me also do the same on Instagram. Just give me 1 second. Because this word you need to remember. This you're going to say animado. I'm excited. Eu estou animado. Eu estou empolgado. That's I'm excited. Sounds good? And excitado, that would be what it is. Okay, let me put me at the bottom. Sexually aroused. Yes. So be careful when you use that word in Portuguese. Excited, animado, empolgado. Let's take a look at the sentence that we have here. The first sentence we have: Eu estou tão animado com minha viagem ao Brasil no próximo mês. That would be: I'm so excited about my trip to Brazil next month. So if you're excited, animado, empolgado. And using the other word, you could say like ele ficou excitado com a situação. He became aroused by the situation, but that sounds a little bit weird in English as well. So sexually aroused, that would be excitado in Portuguese. So please be careful with this. Remember animado, empolgado. That's very important. So you need to remember that. At least the last word that I gave you, you need to remember. At least this. If you remember that, I'm happy. You'll not be in an awkward situation in Brazil. Okay? Do you guys have any questions? These are the words that I had to show you. If you guys want to take your Portuguese to the next level, you can book a free trial lesson using this QR code that I'm going to put on the screen or the link that I'm going to leave in the chat. If you're watching this on Instagram, I cannot put any link anywhere, so you need to go to my bio if you really want to learn Portuguese and click right there to book a free trial lesson. Here on YouTube, you have this QR code. Okay, and you can also go to this website. Let me leave in the chat, and you can book a free trial lesson if you want to take your Portuguese to the next level, learn a little bit more about grammar, the structures, and also without the pressure of a formal class, but at the same time, it's important to learn grammar, to understand the structures, and mainly speak. You need to speak a lot to be able to hold a conversation. So you can use this link in the chat. And now I'm all ears. I'm going to answer any question that you may have about Portuguese. How are you guys on YouTube? I don't see any question. Lucas will like that word. I bet he will love that word. Yeah, he may make a few mistakes. Okay, so we have Eric. Sou mexicano e estou aprendendo English ao mesmo tempo que estou relembrando algumas regras gramaticais em português. Pretty good, Eric. Animate. And for God's sake, what your pronunciation of pão de queijo? Yes, guys, that's also important. You need to pay attention in the pronunciation of pão de queijo. Pão de queijo. Pão. Pão. Think about the word town. Think about the word town when you say town, town in English. It's similar in Portuguese. That will help you to pronounce pão, pão, town. Okay? Pão de queijo, town. That helps with the pronunciation. Any question, any other question that you guys may have? Thank you so much for giving me your time. Do you have group classes or on Zoom? I don't have group classes. To be honest, I don't believe in group classes because a few students will understand what I can teach in, I don't know, 30 minutes. A different student will understand this in 3 weeks. So it's really that difference. I have a few students that are able to understand and speak and use, for example, present in 30 minutes. They understood, they know how to use, and they're ready to use it. And with other students, I need 4 classes, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I don't believe in group classes. It's just one-on-one. So sorry about that, Mary. Group classes are great for practicing your speaking. So if you're at intermediate, upper intermediate, a group class will help you to improve your pronunciation, you're speaking, you're listening, that would help. For beginners, I would not recommend. But yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Okay, guys, I'll let you guys know now. I hope, you guys will let me go now. I hope that you have a great weekend. Try to rest, be safe, drink water. And the last thing, again, if you want to take a Portuguese next level, if you're on YouTube, you can use this link. If you're on Instagram, the link is in my bio. And that's it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a great weekend and to see you soon. Haha. Okay, we have one final question. Jen is asking, which past tenses are the most essentials for intermediate speakers? You need two pasts. Two, if you're intermediate. You need I ate pizza. I ate pizza. You need that. And also, I was eating pizza. You need these two pasts in Portuguese to be intermediate. I ate pizza. I traveled. I studied. I watched. This is the first past. And the other past, I was traveling, I was eating, I was sleeping, I was studying, I was this, I was that. So you need these two pasts to be intermediate. After you learn these two pasts, you need to learn. I used to work out when I was 12. I used to study Japanese when I was young. So that would be the other pass that you need to learn. And after this, an advanced level, you need the subjunctive. So if I had time, I would travel. If I had money, I would buy a new house. So that's conditional using subjunctive. It's called past, but it doesn't necessarily need to talk about the past. It's confusing? I know. This will be a little bit more advanced. Lucas is asking, how long does it take for the student to start having basic conversation? Lucas, it really depends on the languages and your current knowledge. If you never studied Portuguese before and you only speak English, to have a basic conversation, it really depends on how fast you would learn. But in my experience, if you only speak English, in 4 weeks, you should be able to have a very basic conversation. For example, hey, my name is Bruno. I like to do this. I don't like to do that. Oh, how old are you? Do you like to drink coffee when you work? Do you like to travel? Oh, I like to travel when I have time. I don't have time to do this because I'm doing that. This basic conversation you should be able to have in 30 days. If you're studying just present, that would be just present. Okay. Oh, sorry. We have another question. How much focus do you put on pronunciation? Paul, pronunciation is important. It is, especially when people cannot understand what you're saying. For example, if instead of pão de queijo you use a different pronunciation, people can understand a different thing. This could be an awkward situation. But for example, if instead of saying obrigado, you say obrigado, like with a little bit of American accent, that's fine. People understand. So it really depends on if people can understand what you're saying. That's the most important thing. But the accent also depending on the language that you speak. If you speak Spanish, French, Italian, you could be native in Portuguese. Your accent could be native. If you only speak English, could be a little bit harder to have a native accent, but you don't need a native accent. People should be able to understand you. That's what you need. So should we focus on pronunciation? Yes. It should be the priority? No, unless you are advanced. In the beginning, you could have a perfect pronunciation. Your pronunciation is perfect, but you don't have grammar, you don't have vocabulary, you don't know how to talk about this, how to talk about that, you don't know how to use past, you don't know how to do this, and that. So your pronunciation not be uh, worth it. You have a good pronunciation, but you cannot use. So it's important, it is, but it's more important if you are an advanced student, and that's the moment to fine tune all the things that you can, and the pronunciation would be the priority only on that moment. In the beginning, you should focus on pronunciation just to make yourself clear. You need to be clear. People should understand different things that you're saying. So I hope that was clear. On Instagram, ok, a live foi ótimo. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll let you go. I'll let you guys go now. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a great weekend. Take care. And I'll see you guys soon. Let me end this live first on Instagram. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. And now I can end this live on YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much.